Hi, welcome to my blog today. My name is Tom Shue, and today we're going to do a Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to deal with somebody that might have deep sockets. I'm not saying that my friend Mike here has deep sockets. We put the light in a really high position and it caused his eyes to look like he has deep sockets. A lot of times you'll have the dark on the bottom side of the eye. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and fix this real quick and show you how it's done. First thing we're going to do is we're going to increase the exposure overall on the image, so we're just going to grab the curves tool. So go down here to your layer adjustments, grab curves, and you're going to come to the high side. This represents the darks, this represents the light, so we know we want the brighter areas to be illuminated. So I'm going to just raise up the exposure a little bit. Okay, so that brings up the exposure of the overall of the image. Go back to our layers, go to the original layer, and we're going to duplicate it. That's Control J or Command J on a Mac. That duplicates the layer. And what we'll do is we're going to go into the screen mode. So the blend mode will be screen. And that's going to create like an overall brightness on the image. So now we're going to add a layer mask to this layer. If we hold down the Alt key, and that's the Option key on the Mac, and you click Layers, it will load the layer mask and it will invert it for you. So you're dealing with it covered up. Now we want to be painting with white, so if you hit the D key, it'll automatically load the foreground color to white on your color chips. And now we need a brush tool. If you hit the B key for your brush, or you can come over and click on brush, we want a soft brush. So to resize your brush and make it soft, you can hold down the Alt key or the Control key and the Alt key on Windows, and that's Command and Option on the Mac. Okay, soften your brush, size your brush down, and just go and paint around these dark areas on this layer mask, and that will reveal that screen mode that we just applied. Okay, so just paint around on those shadows. Now don't worry if they're a little too bright, that's fine. We're going to get rid of them. So let's zoom in just a little bit so you can see what's going on. Now with this layer selected, grab the opacity and bring it down until the overall exposure matches the skin of the surrounding area. Okay, so maybe something like this area. Now if we've added too much in this area right here, what we can do is we can paint with that same brush tool on the layer mask, but with black, and remove some of that. So to invert it, we're going to hit the X key. This will invert your chips to black, and we'll just paint right back on, and we'll remove any of that shadow. If you make too much, if you make a mistake, you can hit Control Z or Command Z to undo. So we'll just go back in there and just paint a little bit away there. Maybe paint a little bit away on his eyebrows. Okay, and then there's a before and after. So that's just a quick way to deal with any situation where you have a shadow created by the eye socket on an eye. Well, I want to thank you, Mike, for posing for these images and letting me use these for the tutorial. And if you have any questions, comment in the blog section. Until next time, we'll see you guys soon.